Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here real quickly and let you know about something that fellow Sonic SatAM fan and Sonic the Hedgehog fan Jacob Berkeley is doing. Now, I probably already talked about this already, and you can find it here on his YouTube, here on YouTube as well. Jacob Berkeley is working on a book, a complete, I guess you could say, guide, a complete history, if you will, of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic SatAM. That is what he's working on. And the reason he's working on this is because he wants to basically give fans, fellow fans, and even newer fans that may not know much about why SatAM is such a big deal and why fans like me have, championed it for so long, been behind it. You know, his plan with the book is to basically give us more of an insight of of what made Sonic SatAM what it is, from the episodes to the voice cast to storylines, proposed storylines, storylines that got approved, rejected, stuff like that, where certain things were meant to go down the line and stuff like that, as well as a lot of things that kind of connect with SatAM or have a relatable connection to them, like, Archie Sonic, of course, some of the books by Golden Books and the novels, little junior novels, if you will. Um, Things like, Sonic in Sydney, the Sonic Live show there, just all the little itsy bitsy stuff in between, including home video and DVD releases, not just here in the US and in Canada, but abroad, like in Japan and in the UK and in, Russia and Italy and in Mexico, you name it. He's basically doing his best to gather all that together to release as a book. Now, I talked to him one time, and he said that the initial goal, hopefully without any interruptions this year or delays, is to try to get the first and maybe final draft, but mostly a complete draft, which could be the final draft or something, or even the first, maybe both. Just get a complete overall draft ready to go by the end of this year. So that way, by maybe 2024, in time for the 30th anniversary of the final season, officially, of Sonic SatAM, which was season 2, which wasn't supposed to be the final season, he will have the book, out and about for people to purchase, physically and digitally, Kindle wise, and all that. Um, I'm sure he's also looking into doing, speaking of Kindle as well. I'm thinking. I also believe, in my opinion, he's probably looking into things like Audible, where he could read the book, to you guys. You could just, read it, like, they're doing with some books nowadays, like cookbooks, novels, biographies. I'm sure he's looking into that possibility when it's all said and done, as well. But his initial goal by the end of the year is to get some kind of complete draft, final, in between, first or whatever, out to the public, or at least out to the people that will help him publicize, I should say, this book for, like I said, release in the future. Again, he's going to look at everything in between, from beginning to end, in the middle. He's even going to talk about Team Season and their efforts to get the long lost third season up and running, as we speak. He's going to talk about that, as well as a lot of other things as well. But the reason I'm doing this, and you see the title down below, Jacob Berkeley, the SatAM historian, is planning to do something a little extra, if you will. Hopefully later this year. Hold on for a sec. Sorry about that, but like I said, he's planning to do something a little extra, for his fans, to give us a bit of a teaser of what's to come. And what he's done over the past several days, this past week, is he's compiled a 16-page documentary, or a 16-page document, if you will. I think that's what he said. Yeah, he said he compiled a 16-page document of all the information and ideas that we as fans know of, from Ben Hurst, the late Ben Hurst, vision for a third season slash film conclusion to SatAM. He says, and I quote, "It's almost certainly the most complete account of what Ben Hurst intended for the third season slash film to be," and we continue on, "you to be using info from an old newsgroup post, stage interviews, etc. I'm thinking of turning it into a short documentary video. And that's what he's planning to do. That is basically what he's planning to do. He's basically going to turn this into a documentary. And that's right there, if you can read that. He's planning to turn it into a documentary, short documentary, if you will. He's going to get at underlying Stovan or Stout Productions. He's going to get Stout Productions to help him out with, who's an artist and animator. He's going to get Stout Productions to help him provide some illustration storyboards for plot elements and scenes presented in Ben Hurst's third season. He says, and then he puts a note, he says, this document, which he does give basically a retweet of, will serve as the script for part of the video, will also be included as a chapter in my book. Think of this as a teaser of what's to come. So in other words, what he's, like I said, like I mentioned earlier, what he plans to do with this, and this is just like off of his computer, this is off of his computer of what he's working on. What he plans to do basically is give us an idea of, I don't know how long the documentary is going to take. It might take a while, may not. But the plan basically, is to give us a more visual idea of what the third season was initially planned to be, had Ben Hurst been able to do it. Whether it was going to be in film format or regular seasonal format, we're going to get a better idea. So I'm looking forward to this, and I wanted to come out here and let you know about it so that you guys could support him. You can find him at SatAM Historian on Twitter, as well as here on YouTube, and support him there. I think he's got a Patreon as well. Support him in that area, because guys, the more we get the information out there about why Sonic SatAM, why it means so much to us as fans, as it does, and why we want to see a revival of it in some capacity, or see the return of the iconic characters, the freedom fighters in some capacity. That's what this book, and that's what this documentary, and everything else in between, like Team Season's attempt to revive the, long lost third season and such. That is what this is all meant to do. To give people, the new generation, in my opinion, mostly, a good idea of why, Sonic SatAM, the freedom fighters, and all of them mean so much to us, and why we want to see it given another chance. Give it. Basically, this history lesson is hopefully going to do that, and this documentary will do it as well. I don't know if he'll get this out early in the next few months. I don't know. Hopefully, he will, and thus we'll get a kind of an idea of what's in store for us from a not from a visual standpoint, when it comes to the book. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Comment down below. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. And until next time, I will talk to you all later. But yeah, just wanted to come on here, show my support, so I tell you about it, and also be ready to check it out when it comes out. Peace.